following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com. And we are back on the 4 p.m. 411 with Andrea Runge from the Loyd organization, talking about all sorts of events they've got going on within the next few weeks. 217-648-5510, the number to call if you have questions, comments, just would like to know about Loyd in general or anything specific about these events. One thing we didn't mention is the fact that whenever you do have an event, with Loyd being it is a nonprofit, correct?
We are 501c3, and if you are thinking about making charitable donations before it is the season, you can do that to Loyd and help economic growth in Lincoln and Logan County.
And to put these events on, obviously being a nonprofit, it's not like your coffers are full and you can just afford to go willy-nilly, so you have some folks helping you out in that aspect.
Yeah, we can afford willy, but not nilly. Yeah. So in this case, we got a grant from Eaton. They're great partners of ours, and I wrote a grant saying that I thought Career Spark was something that, or not really Career Spark, just a career fair in general. And then I got put in touch with the junior achievement people in Peoria, and without them, I would have been absolutely lost. But yes, the generosity of Eaton is how our 8th graders are learning about all these different career.
And so, do we know yet? Will this be an annual event, or are we going to?
It will be an annual event. I've already said that I sent a thing to all of our exhibitors and our volunteers to expect a survey the next week so that we know how to improve it for next year. We're already talking to schools about having the date figured out by January so that all students in Logan County can participate next year. Right. And we probably will move the venue just because we've had some people that want to do exhibits that are a little larger than can be accommodated in that gym. So we will be moving it probably to a little bigger space. So if you are an employer in Logan County and you missed this opportunity, fear not. It's the pilot year, so we purposely kept it smaller. But next year you'll have the opportunity to really engage with 8th graders and tell them why they should consider working for you when they get out of high school or go on to college or wherever their career path takes them.
Absolutely. So look forward to, I'm sure you'll be back in the Six Timers Club here in not too long, so we can get a report on how things went with that. So let's turn our attention to another upcoming event. Loyd, of course, being an organization looking for the economic welfare of the city, the county, the area. You can't do that, or you could, but it's probably a little bit better to do it if you have some plans and some goals you're shooting for and things you're trying to achieve. So I understand you're seeking input on sort of the types of directions and activities Loyd should engage itself in.
Yeah. So what this is our second strategic plan. So believe it or not, Loyd has been around for almost, well, I'd say a solid 3.5. Okay. So 4 years in March. And we had, baby girl, we had our first strategic plan was one that the board did, and it was really about how do we get Loyd off the ground? What are the most important things? So we talked about strengthening relationships and expanding operations, prioritizing our opportunities. Those were our strategies because they made sense for this beginning organization. Now that we're headed into this next phase and looking for the strategies that bring us through the next 3 to 5 years, it is more important that we have, for a lack of a better term, the voice of the customer. So we've done that a few different ways. We started that through a survey that was sent out, and we got that back midsummer. And we have a strategic planning committee within the board, and we've taken a good look at that. That survey will be the basis for a focus group discussion, which will be happening on November 8th. It's going to be happening at the hospital. You have to RSVP because seating is very limited. And right now, I checked before I left, I have 38 people who are coming, which is awesome. 6 of them are tentative, so we wanted to cap it around 40. So we're very, very close. But not to the tentatives we can't count on for sure. So if you would like to be a part of it, there's still time. You can email me at arunge@thriveinlincoln.org, or you can call me 217-871-1439, and we'll make sure that you get to be a part of that discussion, which will include lunch. We'll do a SOAR analysis, which is strengths, opportunities, aspirations, and results. So we'll look at what is it that if we do what we really want to do, what does that look like, and how do we get there? And then the board will take that back, and we will work on the plan from that input. So I have a really new toy, which is fun, called Slido, which is actually a way for people to use their smartphones and be in the room and vote in real time, and we can see the different results up on the screen, and then we can talk about it as a group, and then we'll break out into some and do some group work as well, just so people, not everybody is as gregarious as me or as talkative, and so some people just don't interact in the same way. So having those ways to be able to take part, whether that's on your phone because people are very attached to theirs, or in a smaller group setting, we're hoping that really gets enough varied information so we really can make good community-based decisions for the next strategies.
All right, and that meeting takes place November 8th, noon to 3 p.m. at the Lincoln Memorial Hospital, you said?
Yes.
I see here on my notes that originally it says please RSVP prior to October 29.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing you know the person who sent that out, and maybe if someone contacted and said, I really want to come, you might be able to work your magic and make it happen?
Yes.
Okay.
Since it's me, I'm in charge.
Yeah.
No, I always put in a date because people respond better if they have a deadline. But the truth is, you got it right from the horse's mouth. We've got 38 with 32 confirmed.
Depending on which roster you check.
Yes, no kidding. But with that, we will be able to squeeze a few people in. If you really want to take part, we'd love to have you. We do not have a virtual platform for this. It's really going to be an in-person discussion. So, but otherwise, we'll try to make every accommodation for you.
Okay, very good. Once again, our guest is Andrea Runge from the Lead organization, 217-648-5510, the number to call if you have questions or would like more information about Lead or any of these programs we've been talking about or what we're about to talk about here in the next segment. But right now we're at 20 after, so we'll go ahead, take our second break, and we'll be back with more with Andrea Runge right after this.
Are you sick and tired of the telephone calls, text messages, and ads in the mail for Medicare open enrollment? Medicare open enrollment begins October 15th and ends December 7th. Changes made during this time will go into effect January 1, 2025. Feel free to call me, local Medicare agent Dara Entwistle, and set an appointment to go over 2025 changes and plans. My office is in downtown Lincoln, or I can meet with you at your home if you like. Again, call me, Dara Entwistle, your local Medicare agent and your friend in health insurance, 217-651-8046.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in Service, Parts, and Detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly with less downtime and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Here at WLCN 96.3 FM. Once again, our guest is Andrea Runge, the CEO of the Lead organization, 217-648-5510, the number to call if you have questions of Andrea. We've talked about a couple events upcoming. I've got one more on the docket, but haven't released information like in terms of press release or anything yet.
No, it's hot off the press.
This is a 4 p.m. 411 exclusive.
It is an exclusive.
All right.
You're hearing it here first. This is happening on November 12th from 4 to 5:30 at the Rec. Mm-hmm. And that is, so we had a similar program earlier in the year. I would say probably May. It might have been June. Anyway, we did a coffee event with Illinois Central College to talk about their free IT classes. And we wanted to bring that back around at the end of the year and highlight it again because this really is a great opportunity for people not only who live here, but who work here. Mm-hmm. They have partnered with some different agencies and organizations in the Peoria area, and they did an application for the Good Jobs Challenge, which was through the USEDA. Okay. And that has funded the ability to give free IT classes to anyone who lives or works within a 45-mile radius of Peoria.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it's all kinds of classes, and they really do run the gamut. And students who are interested but maybe don't have a laptop can actually apply to borrow a laptop to go through the classes. So it really is a full-rounded free opportunity. Mm-hmm. But one of the things that we're really going to focus on for this next round is cybersecurity. Sure. Because businesses are not maybe as well versed as they could be in that arena, and all of us are vulnerable to that kind of attack. Mm-hmm. And we've learned that very well unfortunately through Lincoln College. Right. So having that kind of ability to send employees for free to learn about cybersecurity and better prepare your business is really the focus of this next event that's taking place on the 12th.
And you were telling me off air, although we seem to be using the term cybersecurity quite a bit, it's actually a whole lot more than just cybersecurity.
It is a lot. There's Oracle classes. I think that, I could say a lot of things, and probably most of them would be wrong. But there really is, like SQL. I know that's one of them. It really does go from basic computer literacy all the way through to some really challenging things, and you can learn it all for free. But with us doing this repeat thing, it's really for either people. It's either for anyone who lives here who wants to experience or learn anything in an IT sector. They can come and have that conversation directly with the administrators of the program. Or if it is someone who has a specific cybersecurity need, that's just kind of the thing that we're focusing on or highlighting, but it really is all kinds of IT classes.
Okay. And do you know how the classes are run? Like, do people have to then commute to ICC, or are they virtual classes?
I think it's a bit of both. I think there's some hybrids. So I think there's some that have in person. I think that some are virtual. But again, here I am in the weeds of saying, oh, yeah, I can say things. But it really is about wanting to move the entire region forward when it comes to computer literacy and the ability to handle those IT jobs, which are more and more in demand. So we need to make sure that we are meeting that demand and making sure that we're rising to the occasion. It just so happens that at this particular time, we've chosen to focus on cybersecurity because it affects us all.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you were saying, there's the example with Lincoln College, but you can think of, it doesn't necessarily have to be a large business. It could be just a small, mom and pop shop, but they've got to get online to do maybe credit card transactions or to order stock from their vendors and suppliers. And, if someone hacks into their system and then, they're down however long it takes to unhack their system.
Yeah. And I have not had anybody local, aside from the college, come to me and say, I've had this happen to me. But I have had people come to me and say, I am a medical professional, and I utilize a company for my billing services, and they were attacked. And then I've seen the impact of that, and I can't talk about that because of confidentiality, but those people have had to kind of pivot their business model as well. So having knowledge of what to, how to safe harbor your business from it as much as possible. I mean, these people are crafty and they're thinking of new ways all the time, but the best thing that we can do is be educated, because that's our best line of defense.
And also the other advantage here, if you have someone from your staff learning about this, it's not like you're calling into some help desk from who knows where. If you go with a big company for these services, and they won't know your operation and the particulars of how you do things, or maybe different software or whatever it is that you use. So
right, always easier to have that in-house expert that can go to somebody and say, oh yeah, that is a phishing scam, don't click that. Right. Please, make sure that you're following this protocol so that we're making sure that we're okay. We become more and more dependent on technology, which is amazing, but until it's not, all right, until it goes closed down. But having somebody in-house that can, just kind of help walk with you, or if it's the owner themselves that doesn't say that you can't take those classes,
Right.
they're literally free to everyone in a certain radius, and we happen to be in it. There's so many opportunities for growth, and just if you are someone who worked at Lincoln College and maybe you never had that kind of technical background, but you are interested in it, it may be the path forward for your new career.
Absolutely. So that event will be happening on November 12th, and information will be forthcoming, I assume?
Yes, November 12th from 4 to 5:30 at the Rec, which
Okay.
is at 1400 Prim Road.
Yes, it is. Very good. That's not the Rec, so we'll just ignore that. So Andrea Runge, real quick to recap, November 1st, Career Spark happening at the junior high. 8th graders learning about all sorts of career pathways and things available, and they are all local, correct? Within Logan County? As
Yes.
far as the
businesses,
or the
yes.
careers, so
So the furthest one away is Springfield Clinic, but they have an office locally.
Right.
So yes,
Okay.
they all have a local tie. But one of the things that I am excited for, keep an eye on the clock. So Invenergy is going to be there, and they do so much. The Top Hat Wind Farm. They're going to actually help 8th graders like suit up into their harnesses.
Oh, wow.
So they'll get a feel for what that feels like if they were to go up, because some 8th graders, right, they're adrenaline junkies. So there's a percentage of the population, all of us are at some point, but they'll really get that kind of physical feeling for that. The fire department's going to be there with
nice.
with jackets, so they can feel the weight of it, and so it's really a tactile, experiential morning.
Very cool. So if you're a parent of an 8th grader, you should be hearing from your son or daughter about that after this Friday. And then November 8th, strategic planning meeting for Loyd happening at the hospital. So
Yes.
just a quick recap of if people are interested.
They need to email me, Runge, that's ARUNGE, at thriveinlincoln.org, or call me, 217-871-1439.
Okay, very good. Andrea Runge, thank you very much. We'll have our seamstress
Work on that blazer.
work on the blazer for you.
A smoking jacket, please.
Okay,
Like,
all right.
velvet.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Some kind of insignia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not the only nonprofit around here. So we'll see if it's in our budget. But once again, thanks to Andrea for being here. I want to invite you to tune in to Viewpoint tomorrow when Dara Entwistle will have Kathy Williams, or at least some representatives from downtown retailers, talking about their upcoming events for the holiday season and more, I'm sure. That happens at 8 a.m. tomorrow. But once again, thanks to Andrea for being with us. And this is Loyd Kirby for the 4 p.m. 411. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.